I'm here with George from Mag Silver, one of the top silver producers and one of our favorite silver producers in Mexico. George, it's a pleasure to see you in person.
Good to see you again as well.
So Mag Silver has had an incredible story. You are now are you in full production now?
Yeah.
And continuing to develop the property. So let's get a big overview of Mag Silver. How much production is taking place right now at the project, and give us an overview on the size of the deposit.
Okay, yep. Well, we started this year, we got the power connected to the facility in December of last year, and then we started commissioning early in the year, got everything working, then we started to put some low grade through, then we switched to high grade, and in September we announced that we're at nameplate capacity of the plant of 4,000 tonnes per day. And so that's sort of the first phase of production at Juanicipio, getting the nameplate, and now we're turning to optimisation. Okay, value creation. Let's start to look now at incremental recovery increases, increased revenue. Let's look at operating cost controls. Let's start to screw those costs down. Let's start to expand the margin. And we just announced our third quarter results where, for the first time we've brought free cash flow from Mexico back into Vancouver to our corporate head office. So our CFO Fausto says all the working capital boxes at Juanicipio are now full. We've got $100 million in working capital down, and it's time to take the cream off the top.
Sure. So you've put a lot of capital into Mexico. You're starting to see returns.
Yep.
Let's talk about the margins. This is a very low-cost producer.
Yep.
How did the results look for last quarter?
Well, we announced sub $10 all-in sustaining cash costs. Again, that's reflecting still getting up to nameplate, not a steady state operating situation at all. We'd like to think we can bring those costs down incrementally on that. Maybe an $8 number, maybe a $7 number, but let's say 8, which, if you're at 22, 21, 23 silver, it's a good margin.
It's very good.
Right?
And for an industry where silver producers are seeing all-in sustaining costs even in the low to mid-20s, I look at other projects, other mines, and they're quite up there. So what makes this project so low cost? Why is this such a profitable operation?
Grade. Grade is king. Doesn't matter what metal, doesn't matter what mine it is. High grade drives the margin here, and polymetallic, right? So, you'll see, like in the third quarter, we announced a head grade of 520 grams per tonne of silver. There's no EQU. This is silver. We've got just under 2 grams per tonne of gold. So there's a significant credit from gold. And then we have lead and we have zinc. So very high grade silver, very respectable grade gold, lead, zinc, drives a great margin.
That's a very, very healthy margin. So what do you plan to do with all this cash flow? Are you looking at developing, putting it back into this project, looking at other projects, acquisitions? What do you...
Well, a very unique part of the MAG story is the asset quality of Juanicipio, but within that, we've only explored 5% of the joint venture ground. Right, we found the Juanicipio vein on hole 1, right, and then we haven't been able to get away from this northwest corner of the joint venture ground. We found an upwelling zone, unique. It's the source of the metals that came and mineralised a significant portion of this most prolific silver district in the world. Based on what we've learnt since 2015, when we found the deep zone and hence the upwelling zone, we believe there's probably at least 2 or maybe 3 more upwelling zones on the property. Long-winded answer to say some of that cash will continue to be used to explore Juanicipio. We have a facility built there that's operating well. Finding another upwelling zone will be extraordinarily value creative for a MAG shareholder. We have 2 other exploration projects that we're very excited about. One in Utah and one in Ontario. Utah, Deer Trail, we're looking for high-grade silver mantos in a CRD system there, and we've had very good success with our drill programs. We're up to drill program 3, phase 3, mineralisation in every hole. To use the adage, a lot of smoke here, let's go find the fire. So we're excited about that. That's a $10 million a year type program at the moment.
It's very aggressive. Okay.
Yeah, so we're drilling that. It's complex drilling. It's a massive system, multiple mineralisation stages in it. When we find something there, we believe we're going to hit pretty big. Up in Ontario at Larder, we sit on the Larder Cadillac break.
Okay.
It's the third location asset that we have. Over 200 million ounces of gold have been produced in that greenstone belt. And we have a unique situation here where we have a beautiful footprint of about, I think it's 8 kilometres on the Cadillac Larder break, but under the ground there's no deep drilling. And it's known in this area you have to be below 500 metres to hit the good stuff. Right next to us is the Kerr Addison mine. Almost 11 million ounces of gold historically produced from 10.5 grams per tonne. We've got no deep holes where we are. So we've just started to drill that now. We're fully funded with $23 million Canadian of flow through that we raised earlier in this year. We're excited about this. Let's see what happens.
So you're mining silver, you're developing, you've got a lot of exploration, there's a lot of different aspects of the story. Fantastic. The share price seems to do relatively well. What are you finding from investors? Are you seeing more new investments from larger institutions, and now that you're in production and getting probably re-ratings by analysts? And what do you?
Well, everyone's going to tell you how tough it is out there, and even if you've got a world-class asset with extraordinary high margins and the ability to generate cash, we suffer the same sort of market headwinds that many other corporates do at the moment. I believe we're very good value at the moment. Right? We've just come off a commissioning ramp up to nameplate. We're now doing margin enhancement. I think we're significantly undervalued. I think we represent a very good investment opportunity at the moment. But you know, we're just going to take the cash. We're going to build strong, significant cash reserves on the balance sheet. Excuse me. And then we'll turn ourselves to capital allocation. Okay. We've got loyal shareholders. We really respect that. You know, we hope at some point in time we can reward those shareholders. We want to make sure we've got good line of sight. We're planning for success in exploration. We want to feed that beast if we have success. We'd like to do it from Treasury. And you know, as we mature at Juanicipio, we've got a strong balance sheet. Exploration success, I'm sure we're going to have that, but there's a timeline associated with that. We're constantly looking for opportunities. Is there another cash flow source out there that we can acquire? You know, we're not going out aggressively looking for that, but we always just look for opportunities in the future to just shore up our balance sheet and secure ourselves a very strong platform for the future.
Excellent. Well, thank you for the update. Congratulations on reaching nameplate and getting the production to this point. It's very exciting to now see the company cashing up and de-risking and focusing on other exploration as well. But yeah, lots of potential in exploration side as well. It's very exciting. Thank you.
We're loving it.
Yeah, thank you, George. Thank you for your time and the update.
Pleasure.